This is another theme of the overarching Antiseptic Freedom. This is called Have You Seen Me? Because it's all these lost people that you get in your mail every week. And they're kind of anonymous, missing people, but then there's this blonde woman who keeps appearing in art images. I found her in 3 different, she's like a stock photo. That's from a Metro Transit ad, now serving the airport in Mall of America, and that's from an Aldi grand opening ad, see, Aldi grand opening, and this is from a resume maker box. So art directors just like, you know, to save time and money, they just all thought that that's the image that's going to sell our product. You know, so
all these
that's
people are missing, she just keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just the contrast. And then all these cans, these are just sitting here because, so all these, I've been saving all these labels and cans and stuff. And I got all these cans from several years. I started doing this just because my landlord stopped recycling. And I didn't want to throw them all away.
So you grab them and wash them out?
So I just started washing them out and cutting them. And so what I plan to do is connect them all together and then cut them into a huge Mobius strip.
Cool.
You know, really, so it'll be sharp edges. It'll be like this huge conglomeration of circles and things that will be, you know, razor sharp edges. Because that's the other aspect about it. That's why it's food prison here. You know, food prison is because we're all kind of trapped in how we eat food. We're dependent on food. It's like a Gnostic idea. And again, this is the space between...
What's cool, did you notice that like that reflects off of this glass?
Oh, I haven't seen it, yeah. Oh yeah, I can see it right now, yeah. But so this was the original idea that started this whole thing, the space between ignorance and knowledge. It's because these creatures deposit memories and take memories away just at random in our brains. They're like neutrinos that just, you know, like these particles that just go through matter because they're so small, they just move through the space at will. That's what these creatures do. And so this is supposed to be a representation of that I discovered these creatures, that captured them here in newsprint, you know, like they're represented in newsprint because they're like, you know, they're blotting out this information and they don't care. This is their nature. They just blot out stuff. And there's 2 creatures here, male and female, because, you know, everything in nature is like 2 parts, 2 hemispheres, you know, positive and negative. And then, yeah, so these are all, there was actually, the guy who left this place like this, he used to manufacture soap products down here. So back in this cubbyhole here, there's a whole bunch of bags of like potash and caustic potash and, you know, tetra, stuff that is in labels of soap products. Okay, so all these jars are filled with, you know, good, clean tap water. They've all been cleaned out nicely. So part of this experiment is to see if any of these things ever mold or what happens. But it's also because
there's a process happening.
Yeah.
A lot of times we can't see.
Right. Because I cleaned them out as good as I could. But a part of the motivation for this too is that a couple years ago they were redoing the street out front, Main Street. And all of a sudden, with no notice one day, there was no water. They had to like reroute it, and they screwed up. So just going one day without water, you know,
it's a big deal,
I mean,
especially if you didn't know ahead of time.
Yeah, so I'm like, I had a little water in my refrigerator, so I'm like, okay, I'll use this little bit just to wash my hands here, you know. I'll use this little bit just to drink, and then, so this is saving. This is, you know, maybe in the future, someday somebody will find this and go, wow, I'm really glad they put all this water in.
Right. He was really thinking ahead. Right.
Okay, so I've got a bunch of images of like spoiled meat and stuff too. I'm going to have looping on this computer. There's like it's still in the plastic, but it's like hamburger that's old and gone bad. So, and I got pictures of like moldy bread and stuff too that I'll have on there. And what else?